Hello everyone, my name is Kyle. Welcome back. I make reactions to TV shows and movies. Today is a TV show, and it is 12 Monkeys Season 1, Episode 5, called The Night Room. And yeah, I make these videos every single weekend, so if you would like to, go ahead and subscribe so you can see when I put out new content. But otherwise, last time the episode of 12 Monkeys was really different. So instead of traveling all the way back to 2015, we actually got very little Cassie. Cassie was kind of absent for the episode. Cole travels just a couple of days back in 2043. We did get a little bit more information on what happened in, I believe it was 2032? Or was it exactly 2033? I know it was like 10 years before that. I think it was 2032. About how Cole and Ramse were kind of doing things on their own until they joined up with the West 7, and then they got on the wrong side, or Ramse got on the wrong side of the leader Deacon. So we got a lot more backstory on Cole, and we figured out, he did kind of leave a life behind when he left the West 7. But in general, it was a really solid episode. I liked it. I was very like, what the heck is gonna happen? And then they kind of like, they just threw me for a big loop when they went back in time a couple of days. But this one is called The Night Room, so I'm guessing that we are going to finally see or get more information on this amazing night room and what horrible viruses it might have inside. I'm guessing that we're going to have Jennifer back then for this episode, Jennifer Goines, if we're going to find out where the night room is, because they've been kind of setting things up that Jennifer knows where it is, and she's the only one left who knows where it is. Although the one character, Henri, did say that they could track it through the UV lights. So, we'll see. But if you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see the full version, it's in the description down below. Talk to me on Discord. Otherwise, let's get to time travel. Boom, boom.
Previously on 12 Monkeys.
You know who we are?
West 7.
It's gonna be so weird seeing Stevie in this role all the time. Alright. Oh. Backstory on Jennifer? I think that's going to be Jennifer. So was she crazy at this point already? A question I need answers. She seems pretty with it. Seeing a whole bunch of people get killed around you would probably drive you crazy. Big burn. Hmm. Does big burn mean it just sets everything on fire? That's uh, you're creepy, but I don't think that's gonna work on her crazy. Oh, she's gonna drink with them. I wonder if she. I wonder if they'll ever meet Katarina in the past. Oh, they're playing a drinking game. Jones. Ah. Sure, there's an interesting story behind that. Unless he died from the disease, then. I don't think you're splintering anytime soon. This core has to make it through 5 seasons, no? All right, here we go. Okay, you can't just go in there and kill everyone. Let get a yeah, but you still need a plan. I'm surprised even the outer doors aren't locked. I would think something like this you couldn't even get near the building, like locked doors, guarded fence. Uh, oh, I thought all of the scientists died except for Jennifer and Henri. Oh, what is he sorry about though? I need explanations. Okay, I'm guessing Jennifer did tell them where it was. Mr. Creepy must have gotten to her. Killed everyone? What if they turn on the burn thingies and kill all of them? I guess we've never really thought about what the end goal of the 12 monkeys is. I mean, it occurred to me that we've never actually considered what the end goal of the 12 monkeys are. Um, I mean, we know that they want to release, we know that they want to get their hands on a virus, actually. We don't know if they want to release it. We know that they want to get their hands on a virus and that it ends up getting released and killing people. But they could have some other motive. Maybe there's something they want to do with the virus. Maybe the intention was never to let it get out, or if it was to let it get out, maybe it was to go like all Resident Evil on them, and they have underground bunkers where they thought they could restart humanity from. It would be interesting to know, though, like what their end goal is, because I can't imagine that their end goal is simply the destruction of humankind. That seems too simplistic. I have to think that they have some other bigger, grander motive in mind. Um, I mean, let's go really far out there. What if their end goal is to use the virus to somehow alter humans in some way? I don't know.
Twitches and it burns up every bit of biological material in the room
Everything?
at 1800 degrees.
Flip? Yes. What? Jesus, that is. So who's it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be him. Oh, okay. What happened here? Some kind of shift just happened. You know, another thing that's interesting is this virus something they found or is it man made? Because if it's found, then it must live somewhere naturally. I hope so. I think so. And that makes you useless to him. I thought he was going to be the one to initiate the burn, but clearly he's not. They're going to kill him. Okay. A little boring. As far as they know. I don't like it when science fiction TV shows pressure scientists to give all the answers. That's a pretty big. I wonder if like the first people she tried to send through time ended up inside out. I have to imagine the only reason you're alive is that he's curious. Hopefully, curiosity will do to him what it does to the cat. Oh! Oh, jeez. Oh, I think he's just crazy. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah. The witness. Well, now that we know. Uh oh. How's Cassie gonna handle this? So, I'm guessing that Cassie's not going to handle learning that Henri died by Cole very well. Because she blamed herself because she thought that she sent him to get medicine and then he died because he ran into gangs. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint because I think Cassie's character flip flops a lot between wanting to do what she has been trained to do, which is to care about individual life, with caring about the greater good. And I mean, I thought it was a really hard decision for Cole to make to kill Henri, but I think that it was a necessary one because yeah, with the ease which Henri gave Cole information, there's no way that he wasn't going to give that up to the whoever these people are, and Cole did the smart thing. Not necessarily the good thing, but he did the smart thing. What I wanted to say, though, was we've now been told that this creepy dude has a boss, this witness guy. In storytelling terms, that does mean that the creepy dude now becomes kind of expendable, because Cole can then go after this witness dude. So, kind of wondering if some foreshadowing is happening. I don't guess that. I guess that wouldn't be foreshadowing. But I'm wondering if he's going to die in this episode now. Hmm. Don't know. Witness, though, that's interesting. He is right that 99.9% of species don't exist anymore. So I wonder if that goes towards the idea maybe they are just like a death cult then that wants to kill everyone. Like, does he think that humans have run their course? I wonder if he just wants to drive humans back to kind of like the Stone Age when we were more at the mercy of nature instead of us being able to shape the world. I'm a little surprised that she didn't suspect, or at least wonder. I am glad this is coming out so soon, though. That it's not like this big thing that hangs over for seasons. Generally not a good idea to go into places that say restricted. Hmm. Hannah. Oh, it's her life. Oh, okay, we're gonna see her early experiment. Oh, okay. So she really did turn people inside out. I wonder if in her mind it just doesn't matter. Lost in time. Ooh, hold on. I wasn't going to bring this up, because I figured that maybe it was just, I don't want to say lazy, but just maybe it was storytelling that wasn't so sound. So in the last episode, when Cole went back in time a couple of days, there were definitely signs that it was a closed loop of time travel, that Cole himself, in before he actually traveled back in time, was experiencing things that would have only made sense if he had already traveled back in time. So I was like, how does that happen? Because clearly 12 Monkeys is very much the past, or the future can change the past. It's not like a set of events that has to happen. But I kind of just wrote it off as, well, maybe there are closed loops. Maybe the future can change the past, but it can create loops that just infinitely play themselves out. Anyways, I wonder if the virus was actually something that existed in the future, and then someone, one of her people, her early experiments, went back in time and was a carrier for the virus, or and that's how the past got a hold of the virus. Now that would necessitate that at some point in some earlier loop of events, or series of events, not loop, the virus existed naturally in the future. But anyways, yeah, that's just what I wonder, if the virus is actually something from the future itself, and that if she had never actually experimented with time travel to begin with, then the virus wouldn't have actually existed. But the virus existing is what makes her makes the scientist lady, I can't think of her name, Catalina. Catalina. The virus is what makes Catalina experiment with time travel to begin with. So, I could be onto something. I could be completely off base. I don't know. Don't tell me, obviously. I want to, figure it out for myself, but.
The origin.
What is that? Oh, it alerted someone. He does have big eyes. He's like that pouty emoji. She's not going to kill Ramse, is she? Because he knows? I was going to say that earlier when there was a bookshelf kind of behind Ramsey. So much knowledge would have been lost. You guys are going to hear me flip-flop on this so much throughout the series. I like that they're asking these questions though. This is the mark of a good science fiction show, is that it makes you ask these questions. Because like if you've ever watched I've never seen something like this in person. I hope I never do. But if you ever watch a TV show or something where you see people like burning books, I don't know. I mean, that just it absolutely breaks my heart to see something like that happen. So to think that thousands of years of progress of human civilization would just be lost. I can understand where the doctor, Catalina, is coming from. Especially because there's no guarantee that humans will retake the planet. I think. So I think in the last episode I said that I was reading the book Sapiens. And another thing from that book is that there were points in history where the amount of people alive were incredibly small and human beings came very close to extinction during the Ice Age. So there's no guarantee that like humans in this show will rebound from what's happening. They could simply die out and go extinct. And, you know, when you look back at human history, there's so much we don't know. So much. We can hypothesize and we can theorize about what happened and why. But we don't know when humans actually developed the written word. All we can say is that this is our earliest evidence of writing, and we have no idea how that came about. We don't know when people started thinking the way they did. We can just say that, this is our early evidence that humans thought this way. We don't know when any of that happened. So there's so much that gets lost to time simply because it's not written down and not recorded. So to think that so much of what we know now would be destroyed, whether that's medicine or math or, like she said, music and art, culture, that's just so bad. Would I sacrifice a couple of people? Not a couple. She sacrificed probably a lot of people. But would I do that if I thought that it was going to bring back the world that we have today? I don't know. And that's a scary thought. Because I think it's really easy to say, well, no. But at the same point, Ramse is making a very good point too. He said, what we do matters this time. And I think a lot of TV shows try to make this point, and maybe not very successfully, but they try, where they'll say, they basically ask, do the ends justify the means? But they kind of twist it and say, do the ends change the means? Is the way you go about doing something just as important as what you are trying to accomplish? Does doing something horrible in order to do something good taint the goodness of the result so that it is no longer good? These are important questions.
Oh, them Markridge boys are coming in with their clipboards and their guns. Okay, tell them.
Oh, her fingers are black. What is she going to do with that? Damn it. Does she like that? Or is that even worse? She is truly Looney Tunes. You know why. Can you even imagine the future he's from? Forgiveness? Oh, okay. I was kind of like, whoa. Oh, crap. She's going to show him how to do something, and they're going to. No, no, no. Don't do that. The second she does that, they're going to come back in and. Here's your plan. Leave now, get a whole bunch of explosives, track this room down again, blow it all to hell from the outside. Better yet, if he is immune, Dr. Rayleigh could try and create a vaccine so that even if it does become a thing, they have a way to deal with it quickly. Oh, fuck. Is Jennifer gonna die? Is she gonna be the one that hits the second burn switch? Uh, Cole is not about to die. I'm really pissed off that I think Jennifer is. Oh, okay. That's cool. And Jennifer survived. Time hasn't been rewritten, though, so clearly this is not the end. What are they going to do with Cassie? Oh, he's going back. No, this is not good. What about Cassie? Oh! Oh, I wonder if time is significantly changed in some way. And that's why he felt weird. This does not look like the machine that he left in. Oh, crap. What the heck? How is he going to get back now? Oh! And that was my reaction to Season 1, Episode 5 of 12 Monkeys, The Night Room. That was a really good episode. It really made me think a lot. I actually had some thoughts that I didn't want to pause for because I realized I was pausing quite a bit for some lengthy stuff. So I was like, I'll hold it out for the end. But solid episode. I loved that we learned a lot more about Catalina. I loved the subtle changes with Cassie. You know, up until this point, she's kind of been like Team Cole, and it was just like in a very subtle way. You saw like it was cracking, and then when she learned about Henri, it was like all came tumbling down. So I don't know. But what I wanted to say was that I think Cassie's character is an interesting character. At least her perspective is an interesting character because. So I had a lot of philosophical stuff to talk about in this episode, but one thing that's really interesting is, and I don't know if this is. I was gonna say during the episode that this is kind of an American um, behavior, but I think it also is a human behavior in general. I think it would be wrong to say that it's an American behavior, which is in the past 50 years, in the past 50 years, humans have become very, very good at denial, I guess would be the word I would use. A lot of the things that we are learning about science, that seems like such a general term to say, um, are just hypothetical, or they are things that take protracted periods of time to actually um, become something that is imminent, and therefore we tend to enter this kind of denial stage where we convince ourselves that we don't really have to pay attention to it. Um, 50 years isn't a good estimate either. I'd say 100 years or so. I think climate change is a good example, but COVID is another good example since, we're talking about that. And this is 12 Monkeys, which is dealing with a virus. Cassie's perspective is kind of similar to a lot of people's response to COVID, which was that it's controllable and hard decisions don't need to be made, which is just, it's insane because things like viruses, biology, chemistry, they don't care about human opinion. They don't care if we view something as right or wrong. Um, they don't care about company profits or, you know, whether or not the economy is doing well. They exist and they answer to no one, which makes it very hard for humans to kind of wrap our heads around. Because I think that we have become very used to this kind of negotiation process with Mother Nature. Um, and every once in a while, there are certain things Mother Nature throws at us and she doesn't negotiate. You know, I think that now that the vaccine for COVID has come out, that behavior in people will become even more reinforced. That, when certain things happen, we don't have to necessarily make changes or accommodate it, that we are simply capable of holding back Mother Nature. That's where I think climate change is a very good example of this, because COVID is a virus, so that's very, parallel to 12 Monkeys, because that's also a virus. But the situation that 12 Monkeys presents, this thing that might wipe out humans, is much more parallel to climate change. And climate change is definitely one of those things where a lot of people have convinced themselves that it's negotiable. Um, you know, that, I mean, and it's just not. Like, the planet, climate, it doesn't care. Physics and chemistry will do what they want, and humans don't have a say in that. So I thought that was very interesting. That was all going through my head when Cassie was saying, that she doesn't know if she can do it because she doesn't know if she can be like Cole. I think that Cassie is going to need, her character is going to need to experience something tragic. I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future of this TV show, her senator boyfriend dies in an incredibly horrible way, and that is what convinces Cassie of the magnitude of what's going to happen. Which is why I said that this character does kind of flip-flop back and forth, because I do think in some ways she knows the magnitude. Like we saw in the Cassandra Complex episode 3 that she was really freaked out about the idea of a virus getting out when she was in Haiti. I don't know. I can't really put a pin in her character. Like I said, she goes back and forth. But this was a really great episode. A whole bunch of thoughts on it. I just spouted a whole bunch of things. So come on, hit me up in the comments. Give me your opinions. Let me know what you think. Give me a like if you liked it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.